Hello and welcome to FPL Focus, and it is a blank game week 18 ready tomorrow. I'll be using my free hit chip, so I hope you're all ready to pick a team with me. Just loading it up on my phone. There we go. I see we are in now. So, without further ado, let's have a look at what team I got so far. I hope you're all well though during this lockdown. Yet again, this new variant spreading, but hopefully there is some more hope with this vaccine. But let's talk about some FPL now. So here's my team, and obviously I've got players in here that I need to get rid of, guys. Absolutely. So to begin with, using my free hit chip, the easy option will obviously be Bye-bye Nyland, Bye-bye McCarthy, who I believe is actually contracted some of the virus. Done, goodbye, because you never played anyway. He was just rotting away on the bench. Martinelli, unfortunately, getting an injury. So long term, he will have to go even after the free hit chip that I play. So, unfortunately, Martinelli, goodbye. Vardy going. Now, the fixtures are down here. So, obviously, I've got no Chelsea. I've got no Leicester playing either in that game week. So, goodbye Zuma. Goodbye Chilwell. Goodbye James Justin, who scored an absolute peach in the FA Cup. Did you see that goal? Quality goal. Right. Also, Aston Villa not playing. So goodbye, Matty Target. Next up, well, in the double game week, we've got Fernandes and Foden definitely playing. That will be awesome. Salah, Liverpool are not in that game. I knew it. Bye-bye Salah. Frees up a lot of funds. Makes the free hit a lot more fun to play with. Leeds not in there either. Bye-bye Harrison. Harry Kane. Now we've got the news that Spurs and Fulham are playing in tomorrow's game against Aston Villa. So absolutely fine. We're over the moon with that because Spurs assets are going to be crucial. Can you imagine that game week without no Spurs or Fulham? Like, you'd start thinking, is it really worth using a chip in there for even less fixtures? But it's going ahead now. We're happy. Random Junkie in the chat coming straight in saying DCL is injured. He won't play. Well, I do believe you. The reason why is because FPL never updates the game quick enough, do they? Absolutely. Look at that. It should be flagged, FPL. What are you doing, FPL? Come on, sort it out. Flag him up. He's injured. Right, okay. Goodbye, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. So, that really does leave a slim pickings. I mean, Dominic Calvert-Lewin hasn't scored in 4 or 5 games. So, really, he won't be missed that much. Started the season very well, we have to say. And now, here we go. This is official, by the way, guys. This is actually my proper free hit chip. So, need to get it right. Any help in the chat is appreciated. Welcome Kev Mack to the chat. Thank you for tuning in. He says it's true, it's a hamstring injury. Yeah, well, we need to get onto FPL, don't we, Kev and Random Junkie? Let's get onto him and tell him to sort it out and stick that red flag onto Calvert-Lewin. But here we go, guys. So, for me, Harry Kane, Fernandes, Phil Foden, you know, with the fixtures, they're all playing. They've got to stay, haven't they? They're absolutely crucial players. I think that they'll be fine to stay, especially Fernandes and Kane. Foden's quite a bright player in that Man City team. But that leaves me with a budget of 73.8. Don't mind that at all. I do not mind that. So, shall we start with the goalkeepers? Let's have a look at what goalkeepers we can get. Right, we need a budget 4.0 goalkeeper, definitely, for sure. 4.0. Random Junkie just saying Son is essential in his opinion. Absolutely. I think Son is an amazing player this season. Really is. He's right up there. His contribution. He's basically been the Tottenham midfield along with Harry Kane. Him and Kane have got most of Tottenham's assists. You know, Kane got 11 assists and 10 goals, so that is a figure in itself. Sorry, just having the coffee, guys. Right, so we need a 4.0 set and forget goalkeeper. Let's have a look. Who would you put in 4.0? It doesn't really matter, does it? We can stick anyone in there. We've got Heaton, Steer, Nyland, Walton, Still. None of them are going to play. Peacock, Farrell, Norris. We've got Fabry. We got Caprile. We got Trafford. I've never heard of some of these guys. Oh, the timing for me is way off, says Nuclear Atoms. He says, I'm currently on my online class, but I sneaked in here with my other phone. Oh, I'm sorry about the timing, buddy, but I can't please everyone on the time. But thank you for making the effort for sneaking on your phone. Nice one, mate. Let's have a look then. 4.0, Romero, 4.9, Grant. Who was that Man City keeper? Who's that? I bet he's worth more, isn't he? Where is that Man City keeper? Man City, let's have a look. I forgot what his name is, but he'd been playing, hadn't he? Man City, Bravo, Trafford, Carson. No, it was none of them. No, surely. Or did they call... They must have called him up from the reserves and he's not registered in FPL. That goalkeeper that played for Man City. Look, guys. Bravo, injured. Trafford. Wasn't Trafford, was it? No, definitely was not Trafford. Carson. We know who Scott Carson is. Definitely not. It was the other guy that played for Man City. If any of you know his name in the chat, can you tell me if he's actually even on the game? Doesn't look like he actually is. Yeah, it looks like he's not on the game, or he's not registered as a first team player. That might be why. But yeah, 4.0. I'm trying to be a bit clever with this 4.0 keeper. Is there really any need to try and be a bit clever? Just in case the keeper that I do choose doesn't play in Game Week 8, and just in case. Probably won't even happen. Forster, thank you, Tom, for joining chat and with your suggestion of Forster. Let's have a look. How much is Forster? Is he the budget? Is he really budget? Is he Southampton still, Forster? Let's have a look. I'm going blind, aren't I? It's too much coffee. That's what it is. Where are you, Forster? Forster, where are you? I know you're on that list somewhere, son. Where is he? Am I blind, guys? Stefan. Thank you, Kev Mac. That's who he was. Stefan. See, if he was 4.0, he'd be ideal because he's got a slim chance of playing, but more than what your typical 4.0 would have to play. I can't see Forster on here. Is there a reason I can't see Forster? Why do I seem to remember something about Forster coming up not long ago? Hasn't he moved? Surely he's not in the Premier League anymore. Forster. No, okay, guys. We can go for... Normally, most people go for Button. Why am I taking so long just to choose a 4.0 keeper? I tell you what, this lad, Runnison, don't want him in there. And he's definitely not worth 4.5. And I'm an Arsenal fan. That's saying something. Did you see that spill? Nightmare start. I think Arteta admitted that it was a bad move in the market. Tom says Ederson's tested negative, right? So he'll play. Well, in that game week, he'd be the best pick of the bunch, surely, against Brighton. Brighton cannot get a goal against City, surely. It's got to be the most likely clean sheet in there. Oh, I've set a price of it. No, I haven't. It's automatically on 6, as high as you can get for a keeper. I'm going to stick Steer in there. There you go, Steer. Yeah, you haven't played at all. It's been Martinez keeping you out, isn't it, Steer? Or actually, he's been keeping Heaton out 4.5. Now, we're not doing that. What am I going to do, guys? 4.0. There's no one. That's the thing, innit? 4.0. Do you know what? Verips. In you go, Verips. There was a little joke in the FPL community about Verips. Migtavius, you're no, buddy. You're no. Right, now for our proper first choice goalkeeper, guys. With 69.8 left in the bank. Who is going to get our gloves? Do we think it should be Edison, guys? This is for me in game week 18 as well, guys. So, really want to get this right. Kev Max's Forster's there at 4.0 played because McCarthy had COVID. Oh my god, how did I miss that? Am I blind? Why am I not seeing Aston Villa? Why am I not seeing Southampton? Southampton. Right, back at the start. Right, okay, because I've not done all of the pages. I missed that right at the bottom. There's Stefan, guys, and he's actually 4.4. My bad, guys. Totally, completely my fault. 3 pages of goalkeepers. There's me flicking between the last 2. My goodness. Right, okay. Unfortunately, Stefan is 4.4, but I tell you what, Kev Mac, I love that Forster shout. If he's on, yeah, there he is. 4.4. He's a dream come true, isn't he? Really? Budget just for 1 game week. And then, guys, first team goalkeeper. First team. Go for Darlow, says Atoms. It's better to get City defender. Do you know what? I like that Darlow shout as well. Darlow has been brilliant. Nice shout, Nuclear. You know, and against Sheffield United, whatever shots they do get, he's probably going to save them. He's got a definite capability of a clean sheet there. Could be a good shout. Would save money. And then I get more Man City assets out on the pitch rather than in goal. That might be a bit more. Yeah, I quite like that. I have to say. Is this your backup keep pick, anyone? Otherwise, it's Darlow or Ramsdale, depending on who you think will keep a clean sheet in the game. It's better to get City defenders than a goalkeeper. So go for Darlow. Yeah, okay, guys, I'm going to go Darlow. I do like it. I like the logic in it. I like the fact that he's playing Sheffield United, and I like the fact that we could get more City assets. It would allow us to have more City assets out on the pitch. So there you go, Cole Darlow. Let's just have a look at what he's been doing. Quite not too bad, is he? I mean, yeah, not too bad. He's because he's in the rubbish Newcastle side, but for what he has played his heart out and pulled off a lot of good saves. So into the defence we go. Gonna have a look now at let's see. Defence. Yeah, we'll go defence next, shall we, guys? Definitely. Do we want... Well, look at the fixtures. Right, clean sheets there. Man City and Newcastle are more likely, aren't they? Burnley... I mean, Man United, are they going to be able to keep a clean sheet against Burnley? What do you guys think? Would they be able to? Or will Chris Wood pop up and nick something? Arsenal looking good as well, I have to say now. Arsenal do look good. Palace, quite dangerous on the attack. It's interesting, but I definitely would like to go for Man City. Nuclear, I'm saying Cancelo and Diaz, the perfect duo this week. Absolutely, Cancelo and Diaz talked heavily about in the FPL community via Scout, which I'm a part of the Scout Academy. Make sure you go and check that out. I've actually done an article which I've released talking about this game week and specifically actually talking about Spurs and Arsenal. Spoiler alert there for you. Guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. So that's my admin done. Now let's pick Cancelo, 5.8. In you go, Sonny. He's nice and attacking. I love what he does. Gets forward very well. And look at his returns so far. A 7 and 8 more of late. So very, very nice. And against Brighton, City got to keep a clean sheet, haven't they? I've got a City asset in the midfield of Foden. Now, if I went KDB, that would be sort of 3 big hitters. It's going to make it a bit more difficult, isn't it? If I had KDB instead of Foden. So it's a case of, you know, thinking, do you want to go 3 big hitters for this game week when really they are the more likely to be doing damage? I've got a feeling Foden can do something, though, for sure, for City. He'll be heavily involved. I think the young man's really proven his point. And he really is that great replacement for David Silva, isn't he? Look at this. Look at these stats. 14 against Chelsea. I mean, look at them two there. No minutes, though. 1 minute there and none there. So don't mind them, guys. But yeah, he does well. 23 minutes, 4 points. Not bad for 23 minutes. He just needs a bit more game time in there. Maybe he's not such a solid pick, but he's an explosive type of player. And I think against Brighton, he'll be at home, won't he? The young man, Phil Foden, he'll be at home against Brighton, I think. Even if he comes on, I think he can do something. But should we put in KDB? There's so many players that you'd pick that are not in this game week. Like there are options at the moment. For me, another one would be Saiss of Wolves, but obviously he is playing in this game week. There you go. There you go. Sorry, guys. Well, playing against Everton, is he going to keep clean sheet? I do like Saiss now, though, guys. There you go. A 7 last game, 2 against Man United, a 10 against Spurs. So, guys, just remember, Saiss is back now. At the start of the season, he was clocking up points. Saiss is officially back. Look at the points at start of the season. 15, 8, 7, 7, 7. And now he's back, a 10 and a 7 again. So a bit of a pattern going on there. Quick shout outs in the chat. Tom says, just did a good and remembered Southampton don't play this week. I went with the chat without checking that Southampton are not even in there. Goodbye, Forster. Right, let's get this budget goalkeeper sorted. Is there anyone 4.0? I mean, if he was in game week 19, he's perfect, Forster, because McCarthy's out at the moment. But I'm just going to go 4.0 keeper. It doesn't matter if he don't play anyway, because he probably won't either. The second keeper won't anyway. Fabry of Fulham. There you go. He's in. It doesn't matter, does it really? Right. Here we go. Just Scott, welcome to the chat. Says no to Wolves, thinking for the next week. That's fair enough. Let's just have a quick look at next week's fixtures. Wolves, they got West Brom, so that's why you're thinking. Very wise there, just Scott. They'll definitely pick someone up there. I don't care what Big Sam's trying to do in the market with bringing in Robert Snodgrass. It's not going to be enough, Big Sam. It's just not. And after all that, yes, Tom, yeah, after all that, mate, these things happen. It's a laugh. I appreciate the logic in your suggestion. Totally fine. Don't worry about it, buddy. Right, back to defenders. And we shall see here, defenders. Guys, don't forget, if you're new here, to subscribe to the channel, please. It does help me, it does support me, and it keeps me going and getting my content up. Let's have a look. In defence, Cancelo we love Cancelo going forward. Welcome Shaswat Trivedi. Says Man United defence. Okay, fair enough. Playing Burnley, you expect Burnley to usually defend, and they've got that little counter punch. They like the high balls, but Man United should be dealing with them all day long, really. I mean, any team in the Premier League can beat anyone, but yeah, I think Man United, they could have a shout there. It's like this game week is compact into such a small thing, and you're really choosing from just a few of these fixtures, not all. But I even like the looks of, well, that's why we've got, I nearly said Dubravka, Darlow in goal for Newcastle against Sheffield United, because fancy him to clock up loads of save points and even a clean sheet. Yeah, I love it. I love that shout. Right, back to defence. Getting excited about goalkeepers again. Nuclear Atom saying, get rid of Foden. Go for a certain starter. Just Scott says, Susek, swap Foden for Saka. Interesting. I like it. Saka's been in form. Stick Rashford in. Maybe Martial. I had a little play about before. I did actually have Rashford in. All these ideas. Cool. This is going to be... I think it's going to be a good team, though, once you get it done. I tell you. Yeah. Instead of Foden, then, we'll do the Saka one. Because it obviously means it allows us budget. 5.3. It allows us a bit more budget. And you get just as much danger. And he's definitely a starter for Arsenal. Bakayoko Saka, 8, 6 and a 13. Quality. I'm going to get off at Arsenal, though. I don't like staying on them too long. I do support Arsenal, but you know how our season's been. Not good enough to stay on them quite that long. But, yeah. Let's see, defence. For me, have we got to get KDB in, guys? It's going to be a big budget eater if we do. If we do, that's the thing, isn't it? Is it going to be Kane over Son? Look at the chat. Ideas, guys. Keep them coming. I'm loving them. You were coming up with some great ideas, guys. You really are. Go for Dyer since now Spurs face Fulham. Interesting, Nuclear. Like that shout. Just Scott saying Fulham even have double game week now. Could be benched. Lacazette has scored 3 games running on form. So he'd say yes, go KDB. Trivedi saying KDB's a must, yo. He's a must, yo. Let's get him in then. We'll see what we can do with KDB in there. It's going to be a challenge. But let's do the challenge. Let's see what we can do with this, guys. So we've got so far in the team for blank game week 18. Darlow in goal. Fabry, Schnabry on the bench. Cancelo in defence. Saka, De Bruyne, Fernandes in the midfield. With Kane sitting there up front. Now, guys. Son all day, they're saying so far. Or Kane. I mean, you know, they're playing Fulham. I think Kane's going to be quite vital against Fulham. I can see Fulham sitting back quite a bit. I don't think Son's going to get the runs in behind as much. Not as much. If Fulham are going to be sitting back. That's my only worry. Let's sort out the defence first, says Nuclear. All right, let's sort out the defence. Sort it out. Yeah, no, you're right. You are right, mate. That's what I did say. I got off track there. It's the chat. When I read the chat, I go off track. I start getting all these player ideas. And right, okay. So, in defence, we are going to get another... We'll get... Keep going for it. Let's get a Man United defender in there. One Man United defender. So we can have, obviously, the likes of, you know, Wan-Bissaka starts a lot of games, gets forward well. He seems to get forward quite a lot, Wan-Bissaka. I do like that in defenders. Maguire doesn't really do too much for me since his move from Leicester. But there we go. Let's see. Let's sort out defence. Let's get Dyer, Tierney, Diaz. Oh, how can I not have Tierney? Very true. Just Scott saying Leno, Cancelo, Diaz, Dyer, Rashford, Bruno, Son, KDB, Volson. Who's Volson? Am I missing something? Calvert-Lewin, he says. T-Tac, welcome to the chat, buddy. Van In, Reed, Maguire might miss Liverpool. Maguire. So he's definitely not on. Wan-Bissaka, let's have a look. Two clean sheets, basically. Well, no, an assist. A clean sheet and an assist in the last game. Not enough for me. We've got to go Tierney, haven't we? Sorry, guys. Tierney is a beast at the moment. He really is. I mean, there's talks of him being a future Arsenal captain, which rightly so. He's got the grit. When Arsenal played in that bad slump, right, and they weren't doing very well, he was the one shouting at people like, what are you doing? Sort it out, guys. So I think, yeah, you can see a leader in him for sure. Right, so Tierney's in, guys. Let's have a look who else we can have. I do like Saiss, guys, but I know they're playing Everton, so it's not a guaranteed clean sheet. I mean, there's a fine margin, isn't there? There's going for a clean sheet or going for attacking returns and no clean sheet. Like, you know, when you lose that clean sheet, you're looking for an attacking return. You're desperate for it once that clock's ticking. But when you get both, absolute dream. You cannot beat that, can you? Don't you just love FPL that way? Shaswat Trivedi saying Zaha might wipe out Arsenal clean sheet. Totally agree. No, honestly, I totally agree. It's capable of doing it. But what I do like, Shaswat, is the fact that Tierney goes forward so well. He really does. You know, he's going to be getting forward as much as he can. He's going to be key. Villian is a name I'd want to forget, definitely. Smith Rowe, he's been talked about a lot now, this kid. 9, 3 and a 6. Really low, 4.4. Budget as you want. Budget as it gets. I might stick Smith Rowe in just for budget. He might not even play. Might not even start, but he can be on the bench. Smith Rowe. There's my Arsenal treble then. But basically 2. Tierney and Saka. My Man City double, Cancelo and De Bruyne. We've got Fernandes and Kane in there. Who else can we add? Let's see now. Let's have a look then. Let's go back to Man City. We're going to get Diaz in, guys. What do we think? Would you go Stones budget 5.0? Or are we going to go 5.8 for Diaz? What do you think? Smith Rowe, yeah, he's definitely playing well. You can't doubt. 4.4, it's a budget enabler for the game week. It's one game week, you know, I can see him still scoring points. But if he's on the bench, he's on the bench. Let's have a look then. I think Diaz is a name that everyone knows. Very popular. 9 and a 6 in the last 3 games. Capable of getting forward, but not that attacking threat that I like in my defenders. That's just me, guys. But I think against Brighton, they've got to get the clean sheet. There we go. Diaz is in, guys. We've got 32.6 million left. Spurs defence is Shaswat Trivedi. It's an interesting one. Dyer was mentioned earlier by Nuclear Atoms. I definitely know that. So it's a good shout, guys. Spurs. Spurs in the defence. I've actually suggested in my scout article Ndombele as an attacking threat. If you look at Ezamani Eze's goal against Sheffield United, it was a long run, a dribble. Sheffield United couldn't get near him. Ndombele loves to travel with the ball, loves to take on players. Could he hurt Sheffield United? Go and check that article out now, guys. Spurs defence. Reguilon, yeah, I love it. I love Reguilon because he's so attacking. Gets forward well. Reguilon's in. He's going for it. Let's see his minutes quickly. Yeah, none against Leeds. Didn't play against Leeds. That worries me. That concerns me. Fulham, Sheffield United. See, Dyer, you might get all the minutes out of him. You do indeed. For me, going to have to go Dyer. He's cheaper. And he's definitely starting. He gets all the minutes. Yeah, that's the reason I went for Dyer. Says Nuclear. We knew you would, buddy. We knew you would. Yeah, Dyer's in there. No, another thing about Eric Dyer is that he can be on free kicks as well, guys. So he loves getting on free kicks as well. He'd get a chance. Harry Kane, give him a wink and go on then, Eric, it's yours. Have a go over the bar, son. But no, he's got it in his locker. He can hit the back of the net. Shown it for England before. Shaswat Travedi saying maybe change Diaz to Reguilon to spread the risk. Just Scott, Arsenal and Spurs only play once next week. I know that's true, but never underestimate teams, even in a double game week. This, remember, is a free hit chip. So these players won't be in my team for game week 19, double game week 19. These players won't be in there. So it's absolutely fine, Just Scott, because after you use a free hit, your team reverts back to how it was before. So that's not a problem, buddy. Right, let's have a look in up front. Well, mind you, a budget defender then, guys. I know, I want to do the budget defender last because it's not a priority to me. Got some starting guys here. I want to get a striker in for sure. I think there was talk of us if we got rid of Kane and if we put Sonny in. There's our midfield. We don't need Harry Kane, guys, but he'll probably go on a mad one now, won't he? Striker for me would have to be Callum Wilson against Sheffield United. Even if they get a penalty, I think he could be a good kind of budget option for that game week. Callum Wilson, guys. Newcastle. He seems to score, and I never own Callum Wilson. Like, I just don't have him, but he seems to score. Let's have a look. Oh, no, he hasn't scored for a little while, but he does get the odd... He ticks over, so is he going to do it against Sheffield United? Surely, because it's a weaker opponent. So he could well get a goal in that game week. I think I'd be more inclined to do the wild card, mate. Fair enough, but every manager's different. We all do it different ways. No wrong or right way. Everyone's got great ideas. It's brilliant, but for me, I'm going to save my free hit. My wild card. I'm saving it. Absolutely saving it for the back end. Don't know what's going on fully with this virus and how many games are going to be missed and stuff and when I may need it. And my team for game week 19, it looks okay going forward, so I'm not going to waste the wild card on that yet. Let's have a look. So Wilson so far sort of a budget enabler, isn't he? Go Rashford over Smith. Is a higher attacking ceiling. Who are they playing again? They've got Burnley, haven't they? I suppose I've just done it for budget, though. It would enable me to probably get better strikers. See what we do with the strikers first. I appreciate that idea, though. Let's have a look. Forwards. Who's in that game week that's really good, mate? Let's have a look. Man United got a score, haven't they, against Burnley for me? Absolutely. Man United. Who's a striker? Martial, Cavani. Surely Cavani's back now, isn't he, guys? Didn't play against Villa because he had that ban, didn't he? Is Cavani an option? Is he going to start? That's the concern, maybe. But he would be good. 7.8. Oh, the budget. He really is budget for the calibre of player that he is. And the service he'll get off of Fernandes as well. Amazing. I did have Rashford in my other team, though. I know he's a midfielder now. Alright, Smith Rowe out then. Right, he's been doing well, but we'll put Rashford in then. Rashford's in. Marcus Rashford, because he's going to be heavily involved. It's guaranteed. He's going to be in the attack the whole time. Plenty of points there to be had. That leaves us with 16.7 for a defender and 2 strikers, guys. All the rest of the players going to put now subs. How much you got left? I've made a free hit team also. Quality Nuclear, well done. Nuclear's got a YouTube channel as well. Check that out, guys. Kev Mack saying Richarlison. Oh, you know, Richarlison, I do like him as a player, but he's just not been in that form since he's come back, has he? He's not been doing it, has he? No, he hasn't. He hasn't been doing it, lad. So for me, not at the moment. Not without Dominic Calvert-Lewin either. Against Wolves. Wolves like to soak it up. That's going to be a tough game. I can see that being a draw, that Wolves-Everton game. It could be a draw. Lacazette. Good call. Lacazette. Arsenal. I do like it. Lacazette's banging form. I think he's going to be trusted. 8.3. It's cheaper than Kane. I like it. Saucy, mate. Right. So that leaves us with 8.4. Let's do that defender first. Mitchell for Palace. Yeah, right. It could go in there, all right. But Burr, have you been playing Burr? No, you have not. You've not played since game week 1. My goodness. Let's have a look now. We can go for Mitchell, I think, because you know he gets minutes. Nice budget. There you go. He's been having minutes. I know they're playing Arsenal, but he's a budget enabler. I don't think you're going to really get that anywhere else, are you? West Ham are not playing, no. Burnley, Thomas doesn't play. Yeah, there's no... I had done and he never plays. So, yeah, down to the striker now. 4.5 for a striker? Not happening, is it? We've overspent, guys. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. I'm going to have to save some money somewhere. And for me, it's got to be Rashford. Because that was why I budget enabled earlier, Smith Rowe. So for me, that's the only way I can do it. So Smith Rowe, in you go. Budget enabler. That allows us 9.7. Too many players from Arsenal. Because I got Lacazette. See, this is what happens. This is what makes it tricky. Brewster, 4.5. But I want a striker that's definitely going to score. I do like that idea, though, if it allows me to have Rashford still. Definitely. If that allows me to have Rashford, you are a legend, Kev Mack. That's the thing when you live stream. You're not fully thinking and looking at things properly, but we'll get it done. Rashford in, right, and then you said 4.5 for Brewster, who, for Sheffield United, 4.5. There you are. Look at that. Davies there for Villa, but he's not playing this game week, is he? He comes on as a sub anyway, so... Yeah, there's no one else, is there? Brewster it is. Budget enabler. It allows us to do something. Could Nick zone against Newcastle as well. Yeah, Brewster got Rashford in there then, guys. I tell you what, guys. I really like the look of this. This is my free hit. Slap, not just mine. I'm going to give credit to the chat. I'm going to lock this in for my free hit because everybody in the chat, you've given logic to your ideas. You've corrected some of my ideas. You've made me see it the other way, which is very important in FPL. Don't be blinded. It's the same when you support a team as well. Don't just pick players from the team that you support. Says me with Tierney, Saka and Lacazette. No, but honestly, in general, this whole season, I'm an Arsenal fan and I've gone for Spurs assets and they've helped me massively this season. But in general, yeah, don't pick players like that just because you support. Don't be blinded. Always be open to suggestion. But number one rule, always go with your gut. So don't be swayed by FPL Twitter. A lot of fake news can be on there. But if you find trusted friends and people like I do in the chat here, I've got trusted people that I know. A lot of you are regulars in the chat, so thank you for that. Thank you so much. You're the sort of people that I can rely on. And this team is going to be locked. So we have got Darlow, Cancelo, Tierney, Diaz, Dyer, Mitchell, Saka, De Bruyne, Rashford, Son, Fernandes, that midfield is purring. Wilson, Lacazette and Brewster. Bit budget up top, but I don't mind. I think I'd definitely start Wilson and Lacazette up front. And yeah, so let's make these transfers. And now it's saying, oh, it's going to cost me 56 points. Not really, because I'm going to be playing the free hit. Play the free hit. Confirm transfers and play the free hit. It is confirmed. It is locked. 50 Shades of Grey, because my name's Graham, is locked in for game week 18. Everybody, thank you so much for your support and your help with this. And I'll be making this post on FPL Twitter for the FPL community to see that you guys have helped me pick this team. It will be known. Very much do not mind saying that, especially in a COVID-based season. Forgive me for saying that word, but it is true. It's a reality of what's going on. I wish you all stay healthy and safe. If you're new here, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, guys.